Good morning. Yesterday we decided to stop near the reef because we heard that it's not rolly. So as you can see, the reef is there. It's a very nice reef to dive. It has small fishes and some small lobsters, so you can snorkel around. And the waves are not so bad on the reef, but on the anchorage with the boat, it's quite rolly, as you can see. We spent the second bad night on a second bad anchorage, so right now we're gonna move on the west on another anchorage where we can find a less rolly situation and sleep well for one night. So we arrived on the first protected anchorage, and the sea is smoother than any other anchorage we've been in Caribbean, and it looks nice. So now we're gonna make a tour around 4 spots that we have chosen, and the one's supposed to have a nice walk to a plantation, and we're gonna try to go for a walk because we've been on the boat for quite a while now and we need to walk. There are a few reefs that you need to avoid even within the anchorage, but they are pretty easy to see in the water. I don't know if the camera can catch them, and they are very well marked as well on the navionics, so it's easy.
This walking path used to be a old distillery, and we're gonna stretch out our legs now and enjoy the quietness, because having quite rough in the other anchorages in the last 2 days. I have a huge headache, but I need to relax. That's my body screaming for help and quietness, isn't it? But you'll hear pretty peaceful and nice. It's a huge bay, super protected, has land all around except from one side, which is the exit. Therefore it's so quiet and calm. Finally arrived to the anchorage, and couldn't be more quiet and nice, peaceful. As you see, and I look like super tired from the previous anchorages and the trip itself, all the time beating. And it wasn't too bad, but gave some work. So now Akis is cooking whatever he can cook only. That's paquets, a typical dish from Greece. Actually, that's pea soup. No, what do they call that thing? How do they call it? lentils. Who don't remember the word lentil? This is tiredness, I'm telling you. So he's making a lentil soup, very typical.
Not a soup.
Greek typical lentil soup. He says not a soup, but it is a soup.
It's a stew.
It's a stew. That's a soup, I'm telling you. You'll see it, if you see it. So the chef is inside cooking and sweating like a pig. And I'm here outside, relaxing, because I deserve it. For the first time, we are arriving and I'm not cooking. Feels good. Now I know what he feels and why he feels to cook once we arrive in an anchorage. It's good. So I don't know if you can see it from here, but right there is the old distillery, and we saw some locals coming to visit today already. There was another boat, a bigger one, and
We have no potatoes.
thank God they left and took their place, because actually 2 boats can barely fit here. We are small, but it will be a bit, it wouldn't be so nice for us because it will be a bit outside of the corner, so we'll get, not that it's too wavy, but we'll get wind, more wind, and not so calm, not so quiet. Now no one is here, and it feels good. Damn, it feels good. But about the path, I'm not sure, because if the path is supposed to lead you there, the top, like on the bay line, it's a private property, and there is even some goats going around. So I don't think you can go there. I think it's only here down, really. There is the old distillery. And yeah, I wanted to open a coconut now to make my relaxation better and proper, but someone said you're gonna make the coffee dirty. So once we go outside, we're gonna open it. We don't have stains here. Coconut. Cold. We need to consume it fast before it loses all the water. Still have a lot. Get it? Hope it's sweet and nice. The other one wasn't, but it was too big.
I'm gonna talk about the cat.
Say something, chef.
Welcome to my cooking show. You're putting anything like that on camera.
I'll do.
No.
Yes.
The new channel.
Yes.
We thought that we're gonna be able to walk around the island, but as it seems most of the island it's private property, so there is a very small limit that you can walk around. There are iguanas and some kind of pigeons. They're not exactly pigeons, we call them the capturas in Greece. The place therefore works worth a visit if you're around with your boat. We left our dinghy on a very neat spot inside the mangrove. But in general most of it it's ruins and there is not even an explanation of what it's what. So just see ruins without knowing if it was an old distillery, as they say, or something else, or who knows what. It's quite sad that a lot of these, not ancient, but old buildings in the Caribbean have been left abandoned, and we forget the history out of them. And if you think of it, some countries they could even get a profit out of them, like Dominica does with the Fortes. My baby is trying to open a coconut with this knife. We still haven't bought a machete.